Hey, what's up, guys? It's Wednesday, November 13th, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 2019. We're going to take a quick look at this wild weather that we've been seeing here lately, especially in Canada, the United States. We basically had no fall this year. We went straight from summer to winter in extreme fashion. Here not too long ago, back in October, we were setting heat records east of the Mississippi by the hundreds. Many places reaching 100 degrees, setting records day after day after day. Clear up into October. Now that we're in November, it seems like we're setting, well, there's no seem like to it, we're now setting record cold in the same area. Millions of people waking up today in some places single digits, breaking records that went clear back into 1874 up in the Boston area, single digits in Chicago, Central Illinois, Indiana, many records set over in Baltimore, most of the states east of the Mississippi, like the hot you see over here on the right back in October, most of the same areas are setting records now in November for record cold. Where back in October, they were setting records for record heat. Unbelievable. I've never seen such a dramatic shift from summer to winter like I've seen this year in 2019. And I follow the weather pretty close. I may not always report on every single little aspect of the weather, but I do watch it very, very closely. I have this going non-stop on my other laptop sitting over here to my left, and I've noticed a jet stream pattern that dips way down into the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see it trending up the east coast of the United States. It's been like that for about 2 weeks now and hasn't changed. Big winds off the eastern seaboard, bringing down cold air. You can see the offshore flow of the air coming in from the north. Look at that. Look at that offshore flow there. Cold air reaching all the way down into the Florida Panhandle, where they too set records today, if not yesterday and today. More than likely tomorrow we'll see records too in many of these same areas. Here we're at windy.com. We were just at venturesky.com, showing the temperature this morning around 5 a.m. This is the feel-like temperature. This is what you feel when you go outside. -3, -2 in the Chicago area. These cold temperatures were all the way down into the Florida Panhandle, 21 degrees. Parts of Alabama where they were seeing 100-degree temperatures just a little over 5 weeks ago, setting records now for temperatures in the 20s. 80-degree swings, like I said, going straight from summer to winter with basically no fall or little fall, if any. Last month was the hottest October ever, according to usnews.com. Records kept at Copernicus, October being the hottest ever recorded. And now we jump into November, and it's starting out as one of the coldest Novembers ever recorded. So we go from the hottest ever recorded to the coldest ever recorded in 30 days. Unbelievable. Here you're looking at the current temperatures at windy.com, 19 degrees, 17 degrees, Chicago, Peoria, Springfield. Goes all the way down into Tennessee where it's below freezing. All of the blue here you see is below freezing, very frigid air, and the majority of it is east of the Mississippi, but not all. You can see some of it goes over into Kansas, Oklahoma, even Dallas coming in at 34 degrees, which is west of the Mississippi. So it's not just east of the Mississippi completely. Many of these states are seeing new records set. Hundreds of cities, thousands of new weather records going from record heat to record cold. The forecasted high, record high today for Boston is 33 degrees. The lowest record was 36. So new record today more than likely set in Boston, and that record goes back to 1874. Unbelievable temperatures, wild weather swings, and it's not going away anytime soon. I mean, it's going to warm up a little, but not too far from what we're seeing right now. It's still going to be very, very cold. In fact, below freezing in many, many areas. So what happened to fall this year? So it's kind of one of those years that's a blending of the seasons, if you will. You can see here at the Ghost 16, there's already snow on the ground. That purple you see that's not moving represents snow. There's snow on the ground already. Second week of November, so it could be a long winter, and it looks like one of those years where we're having a blending of the seasons. Once again, we've been seeing this off and on over the last few years, and it looks like this year is another one of those years where we went straight from summer to winter with very little, if any, type of fall. I've got some new sky phenomena photos that have been shared here recently, and I'm working on many more. Starting off here in New York, photo taken by Gabby, sent in by Annie. Big, looks like a rocket launch in the sky, but there was no rocket launch in New York. Great photograph. Maui, Hawaii, sent in by Jean. Big roll cloud. In fact, there might be two, one on top of each other. Something over here on the right that just looks kind of curious. That's all. Looks like it's some type of a disk cloud moving in between the big roll clouds. Jean, once again, from Maui, Hawaii. Some lenticular clouds. Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Not exactly sure who sent that in, but thank you kindly, appreciate it. Another photo from Carlisle, Pennsylvania of yet another hole punch cloud, or at least the beginnings of one. Martinsburg, West Virginia. Photo by Chris of a hole punch cloud, and probably up there looks like a bird or something. Henning K as he's driving through San Antonio, Texas. Beautiful photograph. Bronx, New York, sent in by Lisette B of what looks like a big mothership floating over the Bronx. Miami, Florida. John G of a big, like, zigzag pattern in the sky that he said himself just looked out of place. It didn't look like any type of an airplane could have made that type of pattern in the sky. It is quite large, and it just absolutely dwarfs the entire city of Miami. Miami's right there, and there's that structure up in the sky, whatever you want to call it, but it did look out of place. That's what compelled him to take the photograph. Larry P from Mesa, Arizona. Big rainbow going down into a subdivision right on top of a house. Mesa, Arizona, once again. Larry P of some big beams coming up from the horizon during either sunrise or sunset. This almost looks like a sunset phenomena. Austin, Texas. Derrick L. Big halo around the sun. Very profound halo. In fact, I saw one the other day myself that's in this very slideshow that I'm going to share with you guys, and there was something unique next to it. AZ Sky, Larry P once again. Beautiful big beams in the sky. Northeast Pennsylvania, sent in by Leah G of some sort of a black object. I don't know what that was, and neither did she. She actually sent that into MUFON. It had her so perplexed. Richmond, Virginia, Marcus L of some more hole punch clouds. Got 3 going on here. And here I've inverted the format so you can see them in a little different light. You can see 1, 2, 3 right there. Good observation by Marcus out of Virginia. Here's one of the photos that I took myself back on the 9th as I'm walking out of Home Depot. I noticed this unusual configuration high up in the sky. In fact, it was way up over my head. Off to the left, you can see a big halo around the sun. And the sky just overall looked unusual. Here's the halo. It's not quite as profound as Derrick's, but up here is where that structure is, right there that I just showed you. I don't know, it's just weird. I took that photo of myself as I was walking out of Home Depot. Sally S. from New Mexico of a pink sky that you just can't hardly get any more pink than that. Amanda from the United Kingdom. Notice what looks like some sort of a triangle feature in the sky. Much like this one here from Black Canyon City, Arizona, sent in by CB. You can see what looks like a wedge right there in that cloud. Everything else over here is light, and that is dark. Here's just a different format where you can get a little closer look at the wedge in the sky. Clinton, New Jersey, sent in by Dave W. This is so out of place. Nothing else in the sky resembles this long tube-like feature. Look at that. That's what compelled Dave to take the picture as he's going down the highway. It looks so weird. Connecticut, Barbie and Dave. Another pink, purple sunset. Beautiful photograph, guys. Keep them coming. Kevin W. of some orange streaks in the sky. Not exactly sure of the location there, but great photograph. Nevada, Mark C. Some lenticular clouds above the mountains. That look like big ships. Look at that. Great photograph. That's from updrafts from wind coming up across some mountains. Lameda, California, Peter V. of what looks like some sort of a V-shaped object in the sky. Don't know what you call these here, just some lines in the sky coming up from the horizon near the sun. Very unusual. Texas sunset, Scott B. Got some dark clouds here in the foreground, and in the background a very long tubular looking orange cloud. Lena M of the Irish Sea. Some colorful clouds out over the sea. Kerwin took this video of Jupiter with 4 of its moons. Jupiter has over 60 moons, but on a given night when it's clear and you can see Jupiter, you can normally see 4, and it looks just like this. Although the 4 moons may be in a different formation, sometimes you'll only see 3, and that's because one of the moons will be behind Jupiter. But normally that is exactly what it looks like. I've seen it many, many times. Knowledge 2020, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Another example of a light pink or light purple colored sky. And he said this was as a storm was rolling through. And that was that big storm that I showed you off the coast, the east coast of the United States. Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Jeff J. This is a time lapse of some beautiful clouds up in the sky. Much like these here from Alaska, sent in by Sandy. Look at that. Looks like some sort of a white kaleidoscope up in the sky. Great observation by Sandy out of Alaska. Unbelievable. Just like gravity waves as far as you can see, or some sort of waves in the sky. It's just spectacular. Great observation, guys. Keep them coming. If you have photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All the photographs end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery at the website. Sometimes I will use the photographs in a video slideshow like you saw right here. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day and be safe out.